Hey y'all, so the last 72 hours I've been fasting, I've been consecrating, no meat, no food, just protein shakes for the last 3 days, right? And so I did it because God told me, He said, you're too heavy. You're too heavy. I'm like, all these fat people in the world are, I'm too heavy, but that's neither here nor there. And so, but during this time, God began to talk to me. He began to talk to me about how when we give things up and when He takes things from us, that's when the devil comes in the heaviest. That's when he tempts us with all these things. That's when our eye gates become open to so many things. We crave so many things that we wouldn't normally crave had we had the opportunity to eat them on our own. And so in my spirit, I can hear God. God was just showing me. He was reminding me when people say things like, "Well, you know, God don't test me like that. God, He ain't commanded that of me. He ain't required that of me. He ain't take that from me." And God said to not be prideful when He doesn't take things from us or when He doesn't require things from us. He said, because that means He don't trust us. That means He know we won't pass the test. He said that means that He has no intentions of using us at any point at any time soon, because He know that if He takes something from us, we're going to run back to that thing at the first chance and the first opportunity that we get. And so God began to talk to me about how He has to trust us, how He has to be able to trust us not to compromise for our desires. What does your desires get you in trouble to? With whom? Right? Like, what situations and circumstances does your desires put you in the place of? What kind of compromising positions do you compromise your health? Do you compromise your spiritual walk? Do you compromise your identity? Do you compromise your sexuality? Do you compromise your Christianity? Do you compromise your religion? Do you compromise yourself because of what your flesh desires? Can you crucify your flesh? Can you deny your flesh? Can your flesh desire one thing and you not give it to it? Because I wanted cookies and chips and pop and food. I made stuffed shell lasagna, really. Right? My husband is eating, my kids is eating. And I'm smelling it. I told my husband, just back up a little bit. Just back up a little bit, because I can smell it. And I know you've been eating, and I ain't had nothing to eat. And so just back up a little bit. And so, what is God requiring that you do that you've had such a hard time doing? You gonna have to ask God for supernatural strength. You gonna have to be like, God, not my will, but thine will be done, and mean that thing. Because if God cannot trust you, that means your gifts are stagnant. That means you're not moving in purpose. That means that you are at a standstill. That means that the blessings of the Lord that make a rich and add no sorrow are held